So I found this woman who has zero self-criticism, zero accountability. She's 41, by the way, and watching her TikTok, I don't know if I should be laughing or I should be sad about her situation.
I don't expect anybody to watch this. This is just going to be me kind of like vomiting my feelings out into the universe. But I'm 41 years old, and if I could give one piece of advice to women who...
So a 41-year-old, she should give amazing advice, but because she has a lot of experience with men, right? Let's hear it.
Who are younger than me,
Yeah.
It would be this.
Yeah.
Please decenter men, sis. Please, bestie. Decenter the men, and don't look back. Please, please, please focus on yourself. Focus on your career. Focus on your hobbies, your silly TV shows, your friendships, your career.
You can focus on your career, your friendships, your TV shows, and still have a nice, supporting, well-mannered, whatever man who loves you and you love him. You know, I don't think... What the fuck is this mentality?
Your education, literally anything except for men. Because I have wasted 20 years of my life.
20 years!
In these fucking shitty relationships with men that just treated me like varying degrees of shit and garbage.
So, am I being stupid, or is everybody watching here also thinking the same thing, that if you went through 20 years of dating, with all the men being shit and trash and all this, then maybe, just maybe, it's a you problem? Now, it's not that I don't feel bad about her situation. She just doesn't have guidance, doesn't have basic social intelligence, I guess. She just can't read a room and can't just figure out and read if a man is a good or a bad person, if he just wants to use her because she's obviously a vulnerable woman. And men will find these kinds of women and use them for whatever they want to use them.
The good news is that I'm done now, and I'm never ever gonna do it again. And I really am just done with dating men, forever.
That's like the type of advice that the teenage, when I was like a 17-year-old, and I was so disappointed of this one girl, and I remember saying, "Oh man, I give up. I fucking hate women." It's just childish banter. If you see a 40-plus-year-old person saying all this, it's just ridiculous. You know they aren't mature enough, and they're just childish. And I still feel bad about her because there's a lot of people like this.
And luckily I'm bisexual, so I don't ever have to, that
okay.
doesn't mean that I can never date anybody again. And I'm sure that dating women comes and, any non-men comes with its own set of problems. I'm sure that it does. But, yeah.
There's a problem with that as well.
I truly, my ex is just one of those guys that wants to call himself a feminist and wants to tell himself that he's a good person. And he's not. He's a...
Here's the problem. With the type of stuff you talk about online, you're attracting these kinds of men, okay? And a lot of the times, I rarely ever hear men saying they're feminists or not. Like, if you're talking about traditional feminism, that, women having jobs and the right to vote and all this stuff, then yeah, I support that as well. But if we're thinking about the tradition, the modern type of third-wave feminism, of, just women talking shit about men like this, now I'm not saying that all the men you were with weren't fucking crazy dumbasses, but again, 20 years, you being 41, it's a you problem. And if you start dating women, you're gonna end up with the exact same types of women, with the same types of men you ended up. You're gonna find the same types of women because those are the ones you attract, those are the ones that you accept in your life. Plus, you can't just talk shit about men online like this, have zero self-accountability, have, zero self-criticism, and just expect to find a woman, bisexual or gay, whatever, right, that'll, agree with this and be a normal, good human being, okay? A normal, good woman doesn't hate all men, and a good, normal man doesn't hate all women, okay? Those are not traits of normal people.
Fucking piece of shit, and he wasted,
a
year and a half of my life,
a year and a half,
and, he clearly did not ever see a future with me
Yeah,
in
obviously.
the relationship, but he
No,
kept
no
me
shit.
around and basically used me for like
I told you, you're that kind of a vulnerable person who doesn't know how to read a person. Even if you're 41, you're still immature and you still don't have that much. Even though you have the experience in the resume, you haven't learned anything from the experience because you were just moaning and just crying and blaming everybody instead of just stepping back and seeing what the situation is.
emotional support, emotional labor, free therapy. I don't know what it surely wasn't sex, because we weren't having sex because his dick doesn't work. That's right. His dick doesn't work. And so yeah, then he and I were he discarded.
This is like a man criticizing a woman that she was a horrible person, a piece of shit person, which is okay, still valid, fine. But then criticizing her that she is like unable to have kids because her period has been like she's not fertile anymore because she's older, or because she's having health problems because she's fat. And because of that, maybe she can't, she has hormone problems, maybe, or a lot of different stuff. It's the same for men not being able to, get it hard. Hormone problems, stress, maybe other health-related issues, maybe it's age. And you just saying all this shit, if a man was saying all this stuff for women, just reverse the stuff she said, but it just make it in context of women. Everybody would be hating on this man, and women would be hating on this man, right? I would be as well, as I am disagreeing with what she is saying as well.
Me in a breakup, which like I am going to fucking tell that story. Like, you better believe shit will be aired out now, whether people want to hear it or not. That's fine.
Yeah, that's gonna motivate so many good people to wanna date you in the future. Yeah. People don't have issues and insecurities with a lot of different stuff, especially with stuff with body image and sex. Yeah, every single normal person will see this and think, yeah, she's a great person to date with, because if we, for some reason, stop dating, she's gonna expose everything about me.
Fine. Whew. But he discarded me in like a really shitty, sudden way after we've been together for a year, and then acted like he still wanted to be friends. And it was a big
Yeah,
mistake
that's not a good man. That's a
cutting
piece of shit, man.
access off to him when he did that.
He just
like,
wanted to use
it was a big
her.
fucking mistake, and I know that now. But yeah, so we were friends, and he basically
Again, she might be lying. I don't know. I'm just going based on what she's saying, what he did. If that's all true, he was not a good man. But you can't just act like this and attract a good man, a respectable man.
which is just so sad and pathetic on my part. Don't ever make a straight cis man your best friend. Please don't do that, because they are not good friends.
A straight cis man. Those fucking stupid labels, man. I'm so tired of them. If you keep talking like this, you won't attract normal, good people again.
And he
I'll
was
keep
just using me as a
repeating that.
placeholder, and he started dating this like friend of his that he had feelings for. They've been together for 3 months. He took her to meet his family for Christmas. I never met his family in the year that we were together. Like, you guys, when they
You know why? He never saw you as a potential good partner. He just wanted a quick fuck. That's it. He just waited a year and a half, and he never actually saw you as attractive enough. And he just found somebody else who's more attracted. He's more attracted to her, and that's it. And now I'm guessing that he is a piece of shit for that. Let's be honest, right? But I can see a lot of jealousy in her part, and her just insulting him, and for that reason. Fair.
value a woman and see a future with her and genuinely like her, they move and behave differently.
Not all men.
And it's just devastating to see that. I don't want to be with him. He's a bad partner.
Yeah, sure.
Being with him is basically signing up to be his fucking hospice nurse, because he doesn't take care of his health and he has a chronic health condition. And again, can't stress this enough, his dick doesn't work. I don't want to be with him, but just the knowledge that I poured so much of my energy and time and love into this fucking relationship for him to turn around and be, you know, treating this woman more seriously than he treated me.
I'm noticing she hasn't learned anything but from this situation. It's just her. It's just he's the problem. This other woman's the problem. Like, I'm not seeing anything that's, you did not learn anything from this. Like, a bad experience with a bad person is, you know, fine. A lot of people go through it. It depends on how bad it is, right? I'm not condoning any people with any physical violence, of course. But like these kinds of cases, you learn, you move on, and you become a better person from it. We're not seeing that in this woman, aren't we?
In the year that we were together, in the year and a half when he was wasting my fucking time, is just like, I want to set things on fucking fire. I'm so fucking pissed. And so, like, if you have made it this far watching
childish behavior, what did I say?
Friends on this app, and like, love you guys, and you guys are the best. And if not, and if you're like a younger woman watching this, like, please, just like for me, please, like, you can date them, but like, do not center them, do not prioritize them, let them come and go as they may, and always put yourself first, because I promise you they will put themselves first.
Exactly. Men are fucking horrible. Nobody should ever trust men. It's all the ladies watching this, you're never the problem. Men are always the problem. They are very self-centered. They don't give a fuck about anything else, just themselves. They will never ever treat you well. And everything that I said now, if everybody in your friend group is telling you this, you're in a toxic bubble. Okay, you're in a toxic, not realistic bubble, and you gotta pop it by, you know, start being the first honest friend and telling him honestly, hey, we need to be more self-aware and more accountable about our actions and stuff, and learn and just notice patterns, because just blaming everybody else, even though we are right, if everything that she said with this man is correct, then yeah, all these men are fucking, you know, dumbasses. But she's 41, she was with him for a year and a half, she's been dating a lot, probably a lot of women as well, but probably a lot of women as well, and she hasn't really learned her lesson out of everything. She needs an honest therapist, and I mean this like in the best way possible, okay? But making videos like this, yeah, please delete all these videos, woman, because you will never get a good partner, a man or a woman, by making these kinds of videos, screaming like that like a fucking retard. Have a nice day.